Talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent. The first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And after a couple of misfires, this offense looking at 3rd and 10. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A give to Brown. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a man in the middle. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Manning. Right on the money. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Arch is going to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense really needed that opening drive, man. They've given up some yards. The offense has gained some momentum, but nice job in their own territory. Backed up. What do? They get after the quarterback and force the predictable passing 3rd and long situation.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I think on that last...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Manning. A shot toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that's a big mistake here early in this game, and I know how that feels for a quarterback. You're playing on the road. You want to come out in the 1st drive. You want to march it down the field. You want to throw a touchdown pass, but you got to be careful when you can't be too greedy. I think he got a little bit ahead of himself on that last throw. Going to be really important he settles himself down.
Powers through the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He might want another play. Moore. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Now staring at a third down. Moore from the gun on third down. And he's incomplete on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That fourth down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it on the counter. There he goes. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Moore. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down.
Man, sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline, and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer, and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive.
Quarterback making checks. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Here's Moore to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it down the field. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Goes high to pull it in. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Dante Moore. Makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Arch Madness. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. No, he got loose. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas. Extra point here will tie the game. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. The offense changing the play. Moore. Here's a heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Trying to take it back. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorn!
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense. You saw it right there.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing more. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout from the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. More to the air again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Utterly toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's Moore to throw. Rushes on him. Finds some time. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keeps it on first down, and he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it. It's Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. 4th down, Manning. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dante Moore. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Moore. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Might be changing the route. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Moore. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They get to him as he throws. Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Here's the pressure. Finds the tight end. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Making side adjustments here. Throwing more. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a... On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline, and we check in with her right now.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
All right, Holly. And the ball's headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. Quarterback may change this route. Now here's Moore. Takes a hit as he fires. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
I don't like that start for this offense. I like coming out, being aggressive, throwing the football, but we got to keep our QB clean. Like, this is a huge part of the game, man. Keep that guy, his nerves down, keep his jersey clean. This offense
throws it deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Got it down the field. Open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see. And you see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Always a positive to put up early points, and they'll try to add to this 6-0 edge. Here's Moore to throw. He's going to go for a big one. Makes a deep grab. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Split backs here. Might be calling a hot route. Dante Moore. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Moore to the air. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Moore from the gun on third down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I don't think
glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Taking a shot on the first play. He's got it way down the field. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Moore. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Firing to the right, complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Moore will throw. It's a fumble. And he gets back on top of it, and a first disaster. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Using his legs, it's Davison. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Ducks want to move quickly. A first down run in the red zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oregon!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game, and the offense, they've got it moving now.
Throwing more. He's got it for the two-point conversion, and they're up 8-zip. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Here's a give to Bothwell. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Now give it to Fluff. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here's more to throw. Steps away to find some room. Throws into the middle of the field. Upstairs, he's got it. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way.
Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go bumps against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. And the Ducks will go for it here on 4th down. He wants to change this route. More to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
It'll be 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he just keeps moving. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field, so he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll give it to Fluff. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. He might want another play. Dante Moore dances away to buy time. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Moore to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Quick step and go. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He's brought down. Find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Right at the 10. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's more. Under fire. For that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down.
Touchdown, Ducks! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wide receiver going in motion. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Red pass hits complete. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Reads it, fires complete. Brings into the open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Mississippi State right back to the line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
He's got it on the right.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Taylor wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Mississippi State looking for the 4th down conversion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown Bulldogs! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Here's the return from inside his 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making checks. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. advantage. Finds his man. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Looking for a huge play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one.
Fires one high and deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dante Moore wants to throw again. He'll try to do it himself. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Moore. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
It's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a second and long. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Now give it to Fluff. Finding some room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Ducks signal for their first timeout.
And
That will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Only in the hops. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
On third down, here's Bothwell. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down. Looking for room. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him. Tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Offense changing the play. Throwing more. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just...
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Moore will throw. Pressure coming. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Now here's Moore. Back's looking for the goal line. Down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. On the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Well, they're trying to toss the ball to get outside on the defense and try to use their speed, but how about...
Stadium in Eugene. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Red Raiders head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Will kick off first, and here we go. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's sticky. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Great place to start for this offense. Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Dante Moore. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
He fires a bullet to the right. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. He's not afraid to go deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Moore. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again?
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield is Hammond. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Might be changing the route. Throwing more. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
Here we go. Sweep, sweep.
Moore to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Here's Moore to throw. With the catch, it's Stewart.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Making side adjustments here. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Took it all the way back to the house.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Quarterback may change this route. Dante Moore. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside, it's Williams.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Oh, they're after him. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. It's Hammond. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Will punt this one away. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Timeout Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quarterback making adjustments.
Booster, booster. Go, go.
Throwing more. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Sweet, sweet. Go, go.
Moore will throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Runs through a man. He might have some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's Moore to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. Dante Moore escapes the pressure to his right. Wiggles free. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
To the air, it's Francis. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
Takes it on the return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Moore. Gonna take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He might want another play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Goes high to pull it in. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's Raiola to throw. With the catch, it's Stewart. Gashing the knee on the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And the extra point is good. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Using his legs to buy some time. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gets his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. The run inside. It's Hill. Knocked off his feet.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A 4th. Stops. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Carter. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Francis. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Catches it at the 15. He gets a block. Can they catch it? Touchdown, Ducks! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw. on the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, I caught up with Coach Lanning before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. He's got great speed. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Snap in the shotgun. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And he's knocked down. The Vols moving quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Volunteers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Bishop. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to snap it quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Volunteer! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. he'll bring it out. It's fair. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quarterback making checks. Ward trying to get everyone on the same page. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like, not on the ground right now.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field. But he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And just when they thought they had a chance to pull even, the flag wipes it out, and they'll have to go back to work. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. Might have a chance. Got enough space. Touchdown, Oregon! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick slant complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted to stop the threat.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Offense changing the play. Throwing more. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got a little grass. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. And they get it down short of the first down marker.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just feeds the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
If you go for two right here, you better get it, or else you're going to be chasing points the rest of the day. Powers forward. Into the end zone for the two, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the ball's headed quickly to the line.
And I like easy, not complicated, quick little out routes from my tight end that I know I can get a positive gain, keep me ahead of the sticks, and put me in a good situation.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense? Scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's more to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force...
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He told me this will be the test of the year with both of these teams in the Big Ten, ranked in the top 10. They have got to crowd the line of scrimmage and get after the quarterback, see if they can affect this top 10 defense and offense at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dante Moore. Zings it complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes your eyes get lost and you start looking at the quarterback. He didn't lose vision on his man. He saw him break.
Looking deep down the right side. Upstairs to make the catch. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Oregon! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this offense proves on this opening drive, they are going to take shots. They find the big wide receiver out right. Dude, the go route is one of the hardest routes to defend. They throw it up. Their guy makes the play and gets the touchdown. This offense strikes first.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sayin trying to be heard about the noise. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing, Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Gets away from one. He's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Fires toward the end zone. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Looking for the score. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man to man.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Sayin.
go!